just because we can doesn't mean buying clothes online is a perfect fit. Vili Abraham is here to talk about the issues consumers and retailers are facing and an Israeli solution that could be a match. Please welcome Vili and Nicole Levitt of Sizer. Hello, welcome to the show. And I like when you bring guests, Vili.
So do I.
So kind of give us the big picture perspective of what we're dealing with and why this is a problem that needs a solution.
Okay, so if we look at buying online, so in 2017, about 1.6 billion people bought online, and we Israelis love buying online, and we do it more and more frequently every year. About 43% of Americans buy online and 29% buy online, but specifically clothing and shoes. And in 2017, all over the world, consumers spend about $300 billion buying online, but there's an issue with returned items. So if we look at 2015, according to one study, we returned merchandise worth $600 billion. Whoa. Can you imagine how much we return? And if we look at Americans, they return about a third of that, about $260 billion.
Well, it's certainly easier in the States to just stick in the box, you know, when you're...
Yeah, it's a lot easier.
It's not international shipping and the post office and all the stuff we deal with here.
It's much more quickly. It takes a few hours or a few days. And by the way, in 2015, about 80% of returned items were either clothing or accessories. That's a very huge number, and there are a lot of reasons why. The first one, the top reason, is defects. The second one is that, you know, buyers just changed their mind. And then there's the third reason, which is the poor fit. Now, although it's the third most common reason, between 65% and 77% of all returns are clothing items, which is a very big number. And this causes a lot of frustration to consumers. You're wasting money, you're wasting time, you have to go to the post office, especially here in Israel, you know how things work. You might be stuck with an outfit that you don't want to wear to an occasion, but you have to because you're stuck with it.
And or being stuck with it because it's like such a pain to return it, and then you're stuck with something you're not going to wear.
Frustration. And by the way, it's also bad for retailers, because a lot of times when we return items, they cannot sell them, or if they can sell them, they have to sell it on a discount because it might be defective,
more to a drain on their bottom line,
etc. Yeah, and there are a few solutions today. One of the solutions, for example, some sites have find your recommended size. So it basically means you select your height, your weight, preferred fit, whether you want a tight fit or a loose fit, and then you get your recommended size. There are also websites that have a guide, size guide. So you have to measure your waist, your shoulders, and you have to compare your metrics to a chart. So it's not very user-friendly, and it's not very seamless. And then there are applications, and there are also different technologies. And Nicole has
application and technology called Sizer. So please explain what it is and why it helps kind of fix this dilemma that we're all in.
Okay, so Sizer is an Israeli startup that was established in 2013 with the aim to really help consumers always get the perfect fit when they're shopping online. So the Sizer platform is made up of two components. The first is a mobile app, and the second is a recommendation engine. So the app is very easy to use. After you download it, you put it on a table, take a few steps back, and then the app, via the camera on the phone, will guide you through a few steps and takes pictures of you whilst you're turning around doing the poses.
Yeah, I'm looking at the video, so it's like really, so it's there and it's saying, okay, strike a pose, turn,
it's very easy to use. It only takes about 2 minutes.
And how does it get the metrics through the camera?
So basically, we have a platform that's based on complex algorithms that extracts the measurements from the images, calculates them, and then the measurements are sent back to the user directly to their telephone.
I see. And then how does it make the match? I mean, how does having this information, you know, how is it compatible with the different online retailers?
So we basically integrate our platform with a retailer's size guide and with their website. So a consumer would go online, see the Sizer button, find your size, and then immediately when clicking on that button, the user gets their recommendation because our platform has matched the shopper's actual measurements with the specific garment size.
So, I mean, so basically you have to go to all these different retailers and like get them to basically sign on, right? That's how it works?
Yes, I mean, it's a massive issue for retailers. They're looking for solutions, and the advantage of Sizer, because it's based on the user's physical body measurements, it's highly accurate.
Right. So, but how do we also know that the sizes from the size chart will actually fit, just because we know the person's body size? If a medium is a medium, but it's a different size, and a medium from another
Okay,
brand.
so again, when we integrate with a retailer, we take their size guides, we do some work on them, we digitize them, we add some logic, we add some algorithms, so it is very, very accurate when we actually match the shopper to the
Interesting. And
size.
from the, since you guys have started this, how many different retailers, like big name retailers, are you working with?
Okay, so we launched the app just a few months ago, both on iOS and Android. In Israel, we've launched with 4 major retailers, with Renoir, Crazyline, 24/7, and Goldberry. And we're now in advanced talks with retailers in the UK and the US.
Wow, fantastic. Keep up the good work. How fun.
Thank you very
And you
much.
get discounts on everything you buy when you use it? All right, thank you. Thank you both. See you Friday.